Welcome to this video on cost analysis for selling online. We will explore margins, unit economics, and the true cost map behind every online order, keeping in mind that selling more does not automatically mean making more money. This video covers a special topic on cost and unit economics for e-commerce 2026. Let's start with the cost analysis. Consider the story of an online fashion store that grew its sales by 80% but saw its operating profit plummet. This case illustrates how rising costs can quickly outpace revenue growth. The core lesson here is shifting our focus. We must move beyond just asking how much we sold, to understanding the real value each order keeps after accounting for all costs to serve it. In this video, you will learn to separate three key margins, classify cost behavior, build a unit economics sheet, and judge cost decisions based on evidence. We will guide you through 6 layers of costs that stand between price and profit, starting with the 3 types of margins. A major management error is using the term margin without specifying which one. Precision is essential for sound financial analysis. First is gross margin. It tells us if a product is attractive by looking at net revenue minus the cost of goods sold. However, it doesn't account for the costs of selling online. Next, we have contribution and operating margins. Contribution profit is vital for marginal decisions, while operating margin helps us understand the profitability of the entire business. Understanding cost behavior is crucial. We categorize costs as variable, fixed, or semi-fixed, based on how they change with sales volume to avoid making poor management decisions. A critical rule is to never mix different types of marketing costs. Performance marketing and brand marketing behave differently and should be analyzed separately. Now let's look at the complete online selling cost map. 9 cost groups sit between the price the customer pays and the money the business actually keeps. The first 6 groups cover transaction costs: product, platform, payment, fulfillment, shipping, and returns. Each must be measured on a per-order basis. The final 3 groups, marketing and CAC, customer service, and technology and overhead, are essential for acquiring and retaining customers and managing the business infrastructure. Finally, we use a unit economics worksheet to analyze an order all the way down. This helps us see the impact of promotions and various costs on the final contribution per order. This slide breaks down a single order into 4 different readings. We see how an initial sticker price of 600,000 Vietnamese dongs is reduced by promotions and costs until only 47,000 Vietnamese dongs remains for management after marketing. Next, consider returns. They aren't just for returned items. Every order carries an expected return cost. Fix the underlying causes like poor sizing or photography, rather than just tightening your return policy. Here we compare 2 products with the same gross margin. Despite sharing a 50% margin, their actual contribution margins vary significantly due to differences in shipping and return costs. When choosing between a marketplace and your own website, don't just look at commission fees. Focus on which channel produces more contribution per customer after all costs are factored in. Payment methods have hidden costs. A lower fee can be deceiving if it leads to more failed transactions. Always prioritize the payment cost per successful order, not just the fee per attempt. Free shipping is a pricing decision. Whether subsidized by the seller or the platform, it is one of your largest variable costs. Treat it as a strategic choice rather than just a simple promotion. Every optimization target needs a guardrail. If you push hard for one metric, like conversion rate, you might accidentally damage another, like customer satisfaction. Always pair your targets to maintain balance. Sensitivity analysis helps us identify which costs matter most. Small changes in marketing costs or creator commissions can have a massive impact on your bottom line, often more than changes in COGS. Break-even numbers define your operating boundaries. By calculating metrics like max customer acquisition cost and break-even return on ad spend, you can give your marketing team clear, data-driven limits. Remember, fixed costs dictate how much you must sell to stay afloat, while variable costs guide your decisions on whether to accept one more order. Understand both to manage successfully. In summary, remember these takeaways. Be precise with margin terms. Identify the contribution margin. Categorize your costs correctly. Use guardrails, and never scale a business with broken economics. Finally, think deeper. Is it always better to have a high-margin business with slow growth, or a low-margin business that scales rapidly? This transition from per-order to per-relationship economics is where true strategy begins.